One of the more powerful features of the Fireworks CS3 build is the ability to create symbol property scripts. And what they are scripts that make graphic symbols customizable, and then they become rich later on. So sometimes you might see these two terms interchanged, symbol properties or rich symbols. Now, first thing you got to understand about working with rich symbols is if you're intimidated by code, these are code-free. This is really a great thing. In the past, we would work with auto shapes, and auto shapes were all based on JavaScript, and if you understood how to write JavaScript, then you could create some pretty interesting auto shapes. But if you didn't know how to use JavaScript, or you didn't have access to someone that was proficient in it, you were sort of out of the game. No longer. So let's create one. So the first thing you want to do, just create your little symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm just create a little ball here, and I'm going to fill it with a nice dark burgundy color, and I'm going to give it the number 1 inside. And now that I've got the ball done, if we take a look at the layers, you'll notice that I've got a path and I've got number 1. Now, if you're creating these graphic symbols, the first thing you want to do is not work with the default name. So change that to ball. Because the number is going to be changing, I'm going to change this one to label. So now that I've got a ball and a label, I can convert it to a graphic symbol. And what you do there is you just go down here to convert to symbol, choose graphic as its property, and I'm going to name it ball. It's going to be graphic, and I'm going to save it to the common library. This is the other thing you have to do with these things. They have to be saved to the common library. Click OK. And it will open up the custom symbols folder, which is where all these things go. And you can see that it's in the application support folder, Adobe Fireworks 9, not CS3, common library, and custom symbols. So it'll be in the custom symbols folder on your hard drive. And I'm going to call this one ball 2. Click save, and it disappears. Now, it didn't disappear. What happened is it went to the common library, which is right here. And if I close the rich symbols here and reload, okay, whenever you create these things, just reload. That's a good habit to get into. You can see there's ball 2. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add some stuff to it. So we're going to create a symbol script, and this is the JavaScript. Now remember, you're not going to write the JavaScript. This is going to create it for you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the symbol script, and you just navigate to where our ball 2 is, which is in my library, application support, Adobe, and there's Fireworks 9. And then I find my common library. There's my custom symbols, and there's ball 2. So that's what I want, and I'm going to click open. And now what I'm going to do is use this panel here to assign some properties to it. It's the element name. Remember, numbers were called on a label called label. So we're going to call it label. And we're going to put a number on it. And we're going to use the textchar property because that's part of it. And we're just going to give it a value of 1. So the label, the number 1, will appear on it. And that's the attribute that will most likely be changed. And we're going to change the other one too. And we're going to call it ball. We're going to change the following property, which is the fill color. And we're going to change it, of course, to that red again, which is 990000. So I'll just add that in here. 990000. There's the red. Click save. Done. So I've got that done. I'm just going to close that. I'm going to reload it. And I'm going to bring ball 2 onto the screen. Put it on the stage. There we go. There's my ball. And I'm just going to come in and tell it in the symbol properties what I want to change. And I want to change the number. And I want to change the color. And here's the best part about it. If I make a copy of it, like that, I can change the number to 3 and the color to yellow. Or something darker that you can all see. Let's go with a nice purple. So there you go. Rich symbols. They work with graphics. They're very powerful, and I think we're going to have some fun with these things. Check it out, enjoy it, see what you can come up with.